Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Are you beatboxing over there?
No,
you threw me all off.
I know. That was the point.
I was like, bars. Go ahead. What you gonna do? Psh, psh, psh.
No.
Okay, yeah, I suck.
No.
Okay, it's cool.
It's better than mine. I was just making noise in my mouth.
I thought you had something. I thought you had something for a second.
It was the whole point, trying to trip you up so you couldn't say it.
It worked. Anyways, hello world.
Hello, hello, hello.
That's Ms.Glam. You got your girl Mohazel, and we're just two badass besties over here. How you doing today?
I am wonderful.
I hear it. I hear it in your voice. Are you ready to go into Weekly Delight?
I am.
All right, let's do this. Weekly Delight is where we take a person, place, or thing, inspirational quote. It can be a book. It can be a book boyfriend. It could be mimosa. Yes. Or lack of mimosa in this room today. We are dry today. Like, let's see how this goes because we're super dry. But nonetheless, it's whatever's getting us pumped to get us through the week, to get to Friday. And with that being said, Ms.Glam, you go, girl.
So my weekly delight was going to be that I hadn't been, subjugated to Mohazel's British accent, but that has just gone out the window.
Oh, darling.
So, I guess I'm going to have to go with my vision board party.
Vision board party? Yes, love. Tell us more.
My American bestie. And then I saw you about to get an attitude like, who the hell is that?
Right? Who that?
It's you.
Oh, me.
You are not British.
I am.
I mentioned that I wanted to do a vision board.
Mm-hmm.
And she put together a vision board party with me. I think same day.
Boom.
Like that night.
Boom. That's how I do.
It was like that night.
I make dreams come true.
So it was very fun. And I feel all inspired.
I'm glad you did. And so, first of all, let's talk about you cheating. You supposed to come with magazines and not pre-cut out pictures.
They weren't pre-cut out pictures.
She had
they were
six pre-cut out pictures.
No, they were not pre-cut out. Don't tell them lies. They were pre-printed because I didn't think I was going to find them. All of them made them to my board.
That's the goal.
They
you
were
supposed to find.
No, they were central to my vision.
You had to get a magazine. That's all you had to do. You could have got a health magazine. But it's all good. They came out beautiful.
Exactly.
Although you were giving me a little stank eye.
So
bam.
Let's go down this rabbit hole.
Don't give me a task.
Miss Creative over here.
Yes, Martha Stewart. Chocolate Martha Stewart.
Decided to be extra. Like, there's supposed to be like a little bit of messiness, a little bit of, just.
Mine wasn't perfect. Damn near, but it wasn't perfect.
Lies.
Listen, all I'm saying is if you do a vision board, in my mind, you cover the whole canvas. You make it wallpaper art.
She did this Tetris type of, don't get me wrong, it's awesome.
Thank you.
But unnecessary.
And I did it same day without pre-cutouts. But I'm glad. Okay, now that I got the petty out, I'm glad you had fun. It looked like you were really happy. I saw you smiling, and the conversation we had, you had some goals for the new year, and you looked confident in those goals, and it was good to see you happy and ready to start the new year, and I enjoyed it with you.
Yay.
Yeah.
I had fun. What's your weekly delight?
So with that being said, my weekly delight, I got to celebrate my grandma's birthday with her. She is 98 young, you guys, and that's not an easy task, and it was a wonderful, wonderful day. 3 generations, my mommy, her, and me, and I text all my cousins, so all this birthday love video messages were coming in on my phone as she got her pedicure done, and we took her out to eat, and my dad and tech support, we all were together for breakfast. Strangers gave her money, and we had strangers come up and sing her happy birthday, and it was just a wonderful day because not only was it nice to watch her turn 98, it was so amazing how excited and how uplifted strangers were to see a 98-year-old in their presence.
Most people don't get to that age.
Right.
It's a blessing.
Yeah, so she was, and she looks young. She looks good and was healthy, and she had an amazing day. So, yay, we were happy for that.
Go, Grandma.
And you know what's so funny? I was like, all right, Grandma, what you want to do next? She says, I just want to go home and watch my Westerns. I was like, oh. I said, did you have a good day? She said, yes, I did. It was the really good day. I was like, that's what's up. So, and she ended the way she wanted to, watching some Westerns. That's the secret to life, you guys.
What I want to do when I want to do it.
It is. The secret to life is just sit down and just relax and watch Westerns. Okay? Pew, pew, pew. No.
Bonanza.
Bonanza. Listen. Bonanza is the truth. Although she loves her some Cheyenne. Y'all are probably lost in the midst of what I'm talking about. Like, what the hell are they talking about right now? Google Cheyenne.
I don't even know what Cheyenne is.
That's a tall drink of water right there is all I'm going to say.
Oh, okay.
He's a lovely tan guy that my grandma says she would climb. And I'll leave it at that.
Grandma.
Oh, so are you ready for the topic?
I'm ready for the topic.
Well, guess what?
What?
We just celebrated a year of our podcast.
Yay!
Yes, we survived. We got
you
some
survived.
gems.
What do you mean you survived?
I'm saying
it's pleasant.
Well, yeah,
to be in my company and pleasant to do things with me. Now, me surviving, you know,
I'm gonna
that's a miracle.
It is. What I'm saying is this journey of learning how to podcast, coming up with topics, coming up with our own like formula of what we wanted the show to be like. You know, what we envisioned. Did you feel like we exceeded it?
I think so.
I think so,
because honestly, when we started, it was just, we didn't know enough. I mean, we did some research, but it was just kind of like,
let's try it.
Yeah.
We'll figure out along the way. And boy, did we have to figure out along the way.
You more so than me with the editing.
Oh, gosh. Let me tell you, I feel like I'm an ed master. You know what I mean? Like I can edit my booty off with these podcasts now. But
and I be seeing you giving advice now, Miss Expert.
Right? Pew, 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 pew. Anyways, you too. I see you. You're really been good with finding articles and tagging us to stuff. So I really appreciate you. So new year, new petty. That is our show. You ready?
Okay. Now I do have a question.
Yes,
Go
ma'am.
back. Favorite show so far?
Ooh. Can I touch your hair?
You know what? I think I would have picked that one for you.
Don't get me wrong. I love the music episode until you did the book episode, and then I wanted to chop you down because I was only allowed to pick one song. But the hair episode is just, it was conversation that I've always wanted to have, and I felt like we did it funny, but we also, we said some stuff that may have enlightened some people and maybe spark conversation. I know that I've had conversations with listeners on that topic. So I was very proud of that episode, that we kept it funny and light and not serious, and yet we were able to, you know, spark some conversation. I liked it. What about you?
The book episode.
I bet so. You better like that episode.
Wait.
You're not allowed to say anything but that episode because you gave me hell.
No. So, okay, that's still my favorite. I think my most enlightened episode.
Are you giving me two answers on this?
Yes.
Wow.
So I gotta stay true to form.
Yeah.
My most enlightened, or what I feel is my most enlightening episode.
Dr. Deborah.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
Oh, my God. She gave me life.
I felt like you were low-key trying to keep her after the show for a free session.
I really was.
Like, I wanted her to be like, just send us a bill because we made this all about us.
It's just very interesting because, like, her viewpoint, I had never heard it put that way.
I'm sorry. I couldn't even get past the accent. That's how much in love I am with her and her voice. But no, I'm joking, but I do love her voice. But everything she was saying was on point, very enlightening, a very different way of looking at things. Yes. And yeah, you're right. I got my life off that episode. Truly, truly, truly. But you with the books, let me give a shout out. No, I have to give a shout out to this podcast real quick. Tourists in Your Town loved that you stay true to not picking, one book. Like, she was like, I agree with Ms.Glam. You can't just pick one. And so she's a sweetheart. She's been listening to the show, Tourist in Your Town podcast. This one's for you. She totally 100% agreed with you and defended your honor. And I was tickled pink to watch her defend your honor. I mean, I'm still in my feelings that you made me pick one, but
I didn't make you pick one
set
song.
Me up. You could have.
I asked the question and I sent you the question, and you were able to pick one.
Nah, bro. But it's all right. You got love. One viewer loved it. One viewer understood your point, and that's all it is. As long as we touch one, right?
Yeah, all it is.
Yep. Okay. Well, new year, new petty. So, getting on the topic, the reason why we picked this topic, one, is to celebrate that we did make it this far for a year. But, usually when you're getting into the new year, you're starting to figure out what your resolution is going to be. So, today is all about resolutions. So, one, do you even partake in resolutions? Like, do you get excited to set these goals or challenges and try to make it happen throughout the year? Or do you just say, I'm not going to go down that road, I don't care, whatever the year brings is what I'm bringing?
I don't do, resolutions in the typical sense. I do yearly challenges.
Okay.
Like my reading challenge. I do that every year, and I track it through Goodreads of how many books I want to read for the year.
So you set a number.
I do set a number.
And do you crush it every time?
I do.
Do you exceed it every time?
Most time, maybe by a book or two, sometimes by a lot.
Okay. And do you up it every year, or is it the same goal every year?
No, sometimes it changes. So actually, my best year was the first year I ever did it. I think I did that in 2010. I had just finished my master's.
Okay.
And I was burnt out, so all I did was read.
Aww.
But my goal was 150 books, and I read 157 books that year.
You know what?
Honestly, I haven't read that many books in a year since then. I've done 100, I've done 75, but it depends on the year. It depends on the year.
I got you.
And what I got going on.
I'm glad you said that you got burnt out, because I know when I got out of college, I was all burnt out from books. Like, I went on strike for books too.
No, I didn't get burnt out from books.
Oh, never mind.
I was burnt out from life. So all I did was read books.
You see how I just misread that whole thing right there? I'm sorry. I got burnt out on books. You said I got burnt out on life.
I got burnt out on life. Books were my salvation.
I got you. I misunderstood that whole situation. Just made me
because
look even dumber.
Understand No, books are my escape.
Like, I'm starting to read again, get into it, just because I'm such a music lover, so I get lost in music, and especially when I found albums, that was like life for me, vinyl. But books I get it. Books are a really neat escape, and
yes.
I'll give it that, I guess, it's so going down this rabbit hole, what I think is so different from me, and why and maybe you can shed light on it. So, when you're listening to music, typically songs are like 5 minutes long, right? You might get one that's 8 minutes long, but they just doing the most. Within those 5 to 8 minutes, I can get my whole life just like that.
See?
Versus a book takes a little bit longer than that.
Well, and I guess part of it for me is a well-written book requires me to disengage, meaning... I have to, because I picture when I read. Like, sometimes I've read a book that's so good and the imagery is just there that when I talk about it, especially if it's been a while, I'm like, do you see that movie? Oh, wait, it's not a movie. It's just a book.
Yeah.
But it's very hard for me to shut my brain down. A good book will require me, because I can't think about the thing that's stressing me out, because I have to picture what's going on, keep stuff straight, and I get sucked in that everything else goes away. So that's why I enjoy books.
And see, we're so different, but it's the same thing. So like when I'm listening to music, especially with headphones on,
you zone out.
I'm so like looking at the ceiling zoned out, because I'm trying to pick up on all the little instruments and the little reflections and how everything changes. And then I'm listening to the lyrics, and I'm like, trying to really understand what they're saying, especially a song that's really cryptic. I'm like, oh, who are they talking about? Oh, or who's this about? Or what's this about? Or even just a really sad song. Sometimes I can picture the story. Or from there, after I hear the song, now I want to know the origin of the song. Was this the originator? Where did they get inspired? Oh, no, it wasn't. So-and-so and so-and-so sang it. Where, I just go down rabbit holes from the history of the music. So with one song, I can spend a good 25 minutes after I've listened to it going down rabbit holes, or I've repeated it so much because I want to hear every little thing that I thought I missed. It's different because I do it in lightning speed compared to you, but same premise, actually. We're so different and so the same that way. Anyways, okay. So now you said that you do challenges.
Yeah, well, I have my yearly challenges that I always do, like my reading challenge. Maybe that's the only thing that's really
consistent. Well, like every year you do it.
Okay, so yes, that's the only one that's probably consistently that I do every year.
Okay.
The one that's been a recent is yoga challenges.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to get
obsessed with yoga, but in a good way.
I know. But I'm just trying to get better at my poses and my form and, just be a better yogi.
Mm-hmm. Listen, you know what? I don't do challenges in the sense of I do tend to make resolutions, and they're very specific to one or two things that can help me be a better me. And it could be something as simple as, like, this year, I'm going to attempt, but granted, I'm starting very horribly, text and spell check before I send that shit out.
Oh, you failed.
I know. Oh my gosh, I'm at a horrible start because I'm just so quick to send and then proofread because I'm so used to writing things down and then I can proofread and then I can rewrite and all that stuff that with text, I go on autopilot and send, and then I'm looking at my crap, and I'm always the girl that has asterisk, whatever the word is to correct. I got like 6 or 7 asterisks after my original text, and I'm just like, just slow down, read it, and then send. Versus, I will say this, with phones, y'all know I'm trying to say amount, and then you be putting about. Like, come on, I hit M, and then you be autocorrecting, and I don't, but that's one of my goals. I'm hoping by the end of the year, I will, because I do know how to spell. Okay, I do know how to write grammatically well. It's just when I'm texting, it's a whole different beast.
She got that UNF education.
Shut up. But no, so that's one of my goals.
That swoop life.
But I finished though. Bam. See, you ain't gonna shame me today. But yeah, and then like a long time ago, I had a challenge where it says I wanted to, stop complaining about the bad in the world and be the good in the world that I wanted to see, like create a ripple effect. And so I helped an organization, shout out to All I Know Incorporated, but I helped them start a prom dress drive. And
I remember that.
You remember. Mm-hmm. It started with nothing. I had no expectation. Secretly inside, I had expectation. Like, if we just help 10 girls, this is great. If we get 50 dresses, this is great. And we totally exceeded that. We had close to 300 dresses, 70 shoes, a lot of jewelry, snacks for the volunteers. It was an amazing event, but it's like, so I'm with you. I do challenges. I just don't put a number on it. And I find myself exceeding it when I don't put a number on it because I don't know what I can do. And then I usually smash it for some reason.
Well, I have to put a number on it. My personality is one, if I don't put a number on it, what is that quote? If you don't plan, or a goal without a plan is nothing but a dream, or something like that.
Sure.
I have to plan and be specific about my target because I have to know what I'm working towards. If I just say, I'm going to do more of this, I won't necessarily work for it. I'll, get busy because if there's not a goal and a plan attached to it, in my head, it's not important. Because if you can't put a plan and if you can't
quantitate your plan.
Yeah. If you can't
put a number out there.
For me,
you want me to say that one more time?
If you can't put a number to it, or if I can't put a number to it, what I'm saying to myself is it's not important.
Sure.
So the minute something else comes up, I'm just, won't do that. But I will, but I did one more than last year. That's not sufficient for me. Mm-hmm. So, and honestly, like my reading goal, like sometimes my book number goes down, if I have a busy year, I'm very honest with myself on what I can do, in terms of, all right, this is how many books I want to read this year. And if I'm exceeding it, I'll up my goal in the middle of the year.
Sure.
Because I want to continue to push myself. But I'm also trying to be realistic in terms of, what I can accomplish.
Right.
So, but like most of my, I don't really do resolutions. It's more of a, here's my goal and what I'm trying to achieve. Mm-hmm. And if, I may set a, I want to do this by December 31st. But sometimes I say, I want to do this by June. Mm-hmm. And then, okay, in June, here's my new goal for December. I'm always trying to...
It's an ever-evolving goal. Yeah, I see. I got you.
So most of my goals are things I just want to do. It has nothing to do with the new year. It's just a great time to set them.
Right, exactly. And that's kind of the same for me. It's just something to do, but again, it gives me an excuse to try to give a new level to myself, level up.
And I'll admit, holiday sales and things like that help to, further those goals because it's a good time to buy stuff to...
Books, you mean?
Well, no, I buy... I don't care.
Yogi?
But not...
Yoga
yeah,
outfits?
like, I got new...
Gym equipment, I'm sure.
No, I don't need any gym equipment, but I do need lots of leggings and Fabletics...
Shout out to Fabletics. If you would like to be a sponsor, Ms.Glam.
I give you all my money already, so please.
Ms.Glam will rock
Send
your
me
stuff.
some new stuff. But
BadassBesties.com.
Yeah. So, it's a good time to invest in that goal because most places have sales and things like that.
Sure. Yeah, my goals are usually... That was a physical goal, the prom dress drive, but most of them are free goals. Yeah, internal goals. Just, I think one year I just said I'm not gonna drink alcohol because I was a social drinker, and that was hard because I did get offered. A lot of people tried to break my goals, but I achieved it. Now I'm a lightweight, but they're usually free goals. Like for instance, the grammar check or saying yes more, saying no more, things like that. It's just more
you're trying to be a better you.
I'm just an excuse to try to be a better me. And then one year I'm gonna learn top British and it's gonna be on in
I'm
poppin'.
Ruin that goal. I'm a ruin that goal.
Now when it comes to your challenges, when it comes to this New Year's resolution, do you feel like, as a society we feel we have to, or do you feel like, I don't know, like, do you feel there's pressure to, I guess is what I'm saying.
I think some people, like when you go into work, granted, you don't have people in your office every day.
Just me and my pup.
But that first week when you went back, wasn't there people in the office?
Maybe.
What was the first thing they asked you? What's your New Year resolution?
How was your holiday?
Did they ask you what's your New Year's resolution?
I think we did eventually get to that. Yeah.
It always comes back to that. So I think some of it's for that. But New Year, I think, signifies new beginnings. And it's just part of our culture to set a plan, even if most people don't stick to it.
Do you feel the need to, once you've gotten past the year, to continue on? Or do you feel like, okay, that's done, and then next, because I tend to be
but yours are more there to be a better you, and yours seem to be, even though it's just for this year, it leads to better habits.
It does. It does change me, but I do treat it like, and next. Okay, got that done, next. You know what I haven't?
What?
And I did. That's the one thing, so I'm going to ask you that too. What challenge or resolution that you set and you failed? For me, I said I was going to do a year without saying one cuss word. Like, can I tell you, didn't even make it past January. And what I mean is I kept trying, and it would just come out. Like, I pride myself in being a Christian. I call myself a salty Christian. But I cuss a little. I cuss a lot. Like,
oh, yeah,
a lot. And I can't shake that habit. It's bad. But have you ever had one? One, can you shake off cussing? That's a random. I know. We're bad for each other, by the way.
But here's the thing is, it's funny because you don't curse at work.
No.
And I mean, if I do it, it's strategically placed. But for the most part, I don't. So at work, I cannot. But the minute I get around you, all comes out.
Right? Like,
it's your fault.
It's your fault. You the bad habit. But no, okay, so back to the thing. Back to the resolution. Have you ever had a resolution that you just, it failed?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Not that comes to mind. But here's the thing is I don't really set resolutions. I set goals. Now, and when I say goals, those are things that I'm continuously working on, and it's usually for a bigger plan.
Okay.
So I'm not really setting a,
Ms.Glam is saying nicely, I don't fail at anything. But
no, but like, I don't really set goals like, I'm going to lose 10 pounds. My goals are, I want to be healthier. So I am going to, start working out more. Mm-hmm. And did I do yoga every single day? No. Did I do it, the 5 times a week that I say I'm going to do every week? No. But my goal wasn't to do yoga 5 times a week because that's very trivial. My goal is to be healthier. So even if I'm not doing my, my full workout, I do things throughout the whole day to stretch and, hold my poses, to do things that keep it a part of me always. Does that make sense?
Sure.
And even like when I travel, I bring my yoga mat every single time.
Did you say your resolution when we're doing vision boards was to do more traveling?
Yes.
That's a fun goal.
Yes.
That's a fun goal. Yeah.
So,
do you feel you learn while traveling?
Yeah, you get exposed to different things.
Gotcha.
Just different cultures, different ways of seeing things, of looking at things. Like, that's just like when you meet new people. Like, everyone views things differently based off their experience. That's why I always ask a lot of questions of, why do you feel that way? Why do you see it that way? It's because it opens your mindset of, because I only know my limited viewpoint based off my experience. And I'll admit, I was very sheltered. I'm very blessed to have, parents that love me unconditionally. And on top of that, give me what I want when I want it, and spoiled me to death. So there are things that I'm just didn't have exposure to.
Yeah, sure. It's so funny. When I travel, the one thing that I do, random rabbit hole, I know you're into books.
Yes.
And I'm into music, and I really immerse myself into listening and remembering the sounds of where I am. And it's like I could be sitting at a pub in England and I'll pick up this music drifting, or I could be, in Jamaica and I hear a certain Jamaican artist playing, or wherever I go. I really pick up the sounds, and it becomes a soundtrack of my life. And so when I hear it back, that's another way I can get lost. If I randomly hear a song back from one of my travels that I really intensely just, stop talking to me. This music is sending me into another world, and I got all these smells and I got all these visions. I literally feel like I have that visual in my head of being transported back to that place at that time, at that moment, and it makes me happy.
Yeah, and see, I'm all about experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So it's experiences.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm going to have an experience.
I mean, for me, and I do weird stuff. Like when I went to Jamaica, I did the haunted tour.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I didn't say it was.
You said I do weird stuff. That's not weird. Well,
stuff.
I'm weird right with you, girl.
I know. But most people don't do stuff like that.
That's why we're besties.
I know.
Oh, I did it in New Orleans.
And my major thing was I wanted to ride a horse in water. So
Girl,
I did do that.
listen, let me tell you about my bestie. I've known her since we were children, okay? Children, really teenagers, but I'm being extra. But she always kept saying, I just want to go horseback riding in the water. And I'm like, and she used to ask me every blue moon, you don't want to go horseback riding with me? Hell to the no. And so I'm so glad that goal was fulfilled, last year?
So I rode the horse in the water last year.
Yeah, I'm so proud you smashed that goal.
And
Took you 12 years, but we're here.
And I did horseback riding on my 30th.
So that wasn't your first rodeo.
No, it's not my first time riding a horse.
Got it. I think I do kind of vaguely remember that. But yeah, I'm really happy you got
peaceful.
it. Was it everything you wanted and more?
No, that water was cold.
No, I'm talking about the horse. Did it feel like
a
fairy tale, or did you feel like you were going to die?
No,
if you don't stop bucking.
No, honestly, it was so funny because,
was it slow-mo?
No, horses are very much in tune to the person.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I'm very calm. I don't think I'm very calm, but apparently I'm very calm.
You can be.
And my horse, and I still remember my horse's name, Kiki. Kiki was very in tune to me. And even the tour guide person was all like, oh my gosh, she's really taking to you. Because go where I wanted to go, move. I had no issues.
She felt that you wanted this all your life, and she was about to make your dream come true.
Oh, I was giddy. And not just that, but it was just because you were, they take you in the woods. It was very calming. I liked it. I mean, I couldn't hear the city noise, nothing. It was great. So when we did the horseback riding, because it was horseback riding, then the trek through the water.
Sure.
Jamaica was a little bit different. But it was because...
Why do you have to... First of all, why did you say it like that? What was wrong with Jamaica?
Because they had me on this little hill, be careful. It was edge, meaning if my horse made a misstep, I'm going to die.
That's why you really were trusting Kiki.
No,
said, I got you.
This was a different horse.
Oh, okay. What's the name of this horse?
I don't remember.
Oh,
so
you and this horse didn't get along.
No, it was still a good horse, but where they had us walking, I didn't feel safe at times, especially when you were going down the hill.
Were you in Trenchtown?
They took you up this mountain, and I mean, it was beautiful, but
Jamaica. You won't forget Jamaica, huh?
No, I won't. But no, I had a good time, and it was still peaceful.
It's a beautiful island,
and it was funny because one of the I don't know if they're ranch hands or I don't know, the tour guy, he was really good to me. He stayed with me the whole time, and he took pictures and everything. But you could tell from the pictures that I'm like, if this horse don't keep me where it's supposed to be, So, and even in the water, when he took pictures of me in the water, and my face is, this water is cold. It was cold. It wasn't supposed to be cold.
Is.
No, but
ocean water typically is.
I understand that, but my pictures did not reflect the pictures.
The magical
exactly
that you were expecting. Yeah.
Exactly. But I had fun.
Good deal. So
and it was worth it.
Good. So switching gears.
Yes.
So again, we're celebrating 1 year of podcasting. So I'm
don't get sentimental on me.
I am. So I'm gonna toss this question to you. What is the one thing that you feel you learned about yourself and learned about our friendship?
Myself. Let's start with that. It reconfirmed that I don't like people. I'm just playing.
Reconfirm the obvious. Time out. She loves you listening to her. She just said, don't come ask her to take some tea or go to lunch.
No,
right? Is that fair to say?
I think
you were really good with our guests.
I think it did help with I don't know, being creative. I'm really not creative.
I know, like the vision board threw me off. Like,
but that's not creative.
No, it is a little bit,
but it's not.
Yeah.
So it helped me to
that's
be more
new to you.
Yeah,
so,
it helped me be more creative.
Did you like being a creative?
No.
No.
I'm not creative. So
wow,
notice.
You say all that to say
no. But you notice.
Is it positive or negative, dear? That
no,
you
it's not. But notice how even when I'm creative, I'm being creative with structure.
Sure.
Like, think about it.
Yes. Good God, yes.
See?
Yes.
So, at my core, I'm still very structured. But, all right, let's be creative with structure.
I was proud of you, though. I was proud of you. You come up with some gems sometimes. You're like, look what I did. Look at my artwork. Look at this topic. Look. But, so, no, I was proud of you for that. Okay. So, I'll toss it to me, and then we'll go back to the friendship part. So, the one thing that I learned about me
is you can do stuff on your own. That's what I hope you took away from this.
No, listen, first of all, I knew that. I can.
You lean on people as crutches.
Can I say, I'll explain that. Listen, we're going to go down that rabbit hole for 2 seconds. Yes, if you're there, why?
So you can do it on your own.
Use me and I use you.
No.
You know what I mean?
I'm
a firm believer in
that sense of pride.
I'm a firm believer in I don't want to stretch myself out thin. If there's something that someone can do better, go ahead, have yourself at it. And then if I, can do a certain task, great, knock it out. And I feel like we can go faster, quicker, swifter. That's what I'm all about. Let's knock it out. Let's get it done. Let's make an awesome product. Boom, boom, boom. But sometimes I have to realize you can't burn down or burn out the fences and the people that you need. So I am okay with doing it myself. I did good.
You did. Well,
that wasn't what I learned, but I did do good.
I guess I'm talking about editing. That was a goal for yours, not necessarily editing a podcast. Yours was more editing,
Yeah, I wanted to learn how to edit just in general because I am a creative in that world. Yeah.
But you, in the beginning, you were, I'm going to defer to tech support. Tech support. And it wasn't until,
slowly you got a pay increase and was doing less and less.
I know, right? You were
look, he looked up.
You were very much, let's wait for tech support. No. And it wasn't until I was like, well, I'll do it. And you're like, no, I'll do it. And you're now really an expert.
Thank you.
You are giving advice to others in the podcast world of, and do this and do this and do that. And, you can do, you can legitimately get a job, a freelance if you wanted to.
So if you're out there, shameless plug, and you need anything edited, sound-wise, call me, Mohazel, badassbesties.com.
But I know that may be something you learned.
But no, I appreciate the tip because I do need to get encouraged because at wee hours of night, and you're trying to... And rendering is, not your friend, or you're like, oh my gosh, where did this sound effect come from? And I can't make it disappear. Yeah, so I do need that encouragement. So I appreciate you hearing the growth in my sound, or our sound, the growth in our sound, but the growth in my editing skills. So I appreciate you. Tech support, we love you. Just so you know.
No, we don't.
We do. We do.
No, we don't.
You ain't gonna get fired.
You.
We ain't gonna get fired.
Many
a day you got a pink slip, a warning, but you're still here. But no, what I learned about me truly was that don't defer my dreams. I really wanted to do a podcast. I know I've wanted to do it. I always wanted to do something with radio.
Now I knew about the radio, but I didn't know about
a talk show or, a podcast. And I feel like this year, again, I didn't want to do it alone. And I'm grateful that you said yes. And it's been, I don't even know I had no expectation, and that's not a jab or anything. I had no expectation.
Yes, you did. You had very low expectations that I was going to be like, all right, you got your 3 episodes. Bye, bitch.
No, I didn't. I had no, I actually didn't think there was a stopping point, but I just didn't know what the format was going to be, what to expect. I just knew we could talk for a long time. That's what I knew. And I relied on it. And it's been funny. And I didn't realize how funny we could be. I didn't realize how informative we could be. I didn't realize how
I was funny.
I learned you're funny.
Oh.
I did.
Oh, really?
And what I learned about our friendship is, honestly, we can tolerate A lot. A lot. And I say that in a loving way.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure I got on your nerves plenty, okay? Don't even lie. Don't lie to the family out there. We got on their nerves plenty. Just because we're trying to format and we really wanted to try to be, you know, you're a perfectionist and I'm all about making something awesome. I want to put something out there in the universe that's worth it. And you're like, well, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it perfectly. And so between those two, I think we made an awesome show, but we're so different and yet so similar, or our end result is similar, even though the road to get to there is so different because of our personalities.
Mm-hmm.
And so just learning more, even more about you and learning that, you know, okay, I can speak my mind. She don't like me today, but it's okay. She gonna call me tomorrow. We gonna start all over. Like, it's just solidified that we can truly say whatever we want to each other, because we're not gonna ever be malicious. And I think we've learned so much about each other to know, and that's what I love about you. You know the mental space of which I am in when I'm telling you something.
Yeah.
You know the motive, and you know that I'm never malicious. And it's just, you know, I'm very blunt. I might not say it pretty, but what I'm saying is what I mean, and take it. And, you know, I'm not trying to upset anybody, but here it is. And you always understand that no matter what. And we can have fun and laugh and talk out some stuff, and it's a beautiful process.
So you're gonna make me go there? Fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Get mushy.
Fine.
Let me break that eggshell of yours.
Fine.
Crack, crack,
So honestly, you know, and not romantically, obviously, but you are my soulmate.
Platonic lover.
Like,
You're
you
my
are,
platonic
meaning
lover?
we connect.
Look that up. Tech support. He's like, oh, I'm so about to look up platonic. What the heck is a platonic lover?
But we do. We have a connection.
Mm-hmm.
And like when we are not arguing, but like when we don't agree, it's not that we don't respect each other, don't love each other. We can have the conversation and 2 seconds later be like cacklacking and kikiing, you know, and not many people can do that.
Mm-mm.
You mad? You mad? Tech support's mad that Mohazel's my soulmate. Aww.
He said whatever.
He mad.
He said whatever. I'm coming along for the ride. It don't even matter. This car has a room for me too. But yeah. Oh, and can we get mushy on tech support real fast?
No.
Tech
he
support.
made me mad today.
Tech
There's no wine. I'm just playing.
Yeah. Tech support, can we say it has been so much fun having you along for the ride, and you can't say a damn thing, but you be doing the most, and I love it, because viewers love you. They're like, no, we love tech support. I'm like, he ain't said shit.
Exactly.
He's not said one word. They're like, he said everything. So you got fans. Trust me, I run into people that be like, I love me some tech support. Like, he is awesome. How do you feel? He's like, whatever, just cut the show. We're done. Wrap this up. What's the moral? Look at him. He's doing the hand. Do you have anything to say about tech support before we get to the closer?
I'm not being nice to him today. Like I said, he's on my crap.
Do you have anything to say to Frederick?
Frederick is awesome.
Frederick
is awesome.
See,
I love
got
me
another
some Frederick.
Personality. This Frederick guy she likes.
Oh
I
my
like
God.
tech support. She loves her some Frederick.
So Frederick pours me my wine. He does the little flourishing of his hands. Frederick is awesome. Frederick responds the moment you go, Frederick! It's awesome.
I think his ears bleed and he has no choice. Like, oh my gosh, before she shars my ear again, let me get this girl some wine. But yeah, so I've enjoyed this ride for many more years to come.
Yes.
2 badass besties, a bougie, a bohemian, and a tech support. Hashtag that. Anyways, do we need a moral?
The moral is, I love you.
I love you. You love me.
Please
no?
don't.
Okay. I love you too, girl. Listen, girl.
Not everyone could put up with you. I mean, I am awesome that
way. Listen, you see what he's doing? He's like, so what does this mean? Does this mean, huh? Me? You? Huh? No.
Really?
No, this is not happening. We're not.
No.
we're not like that. We don't get down like that. No. I'm not against people getting down like that, just to be clear, but we don't get down like that. No, I will say, like, it's so funny. I've seen a lot of friends and they're like, oh, girl, you're so sweet. And oh,
we are not sweet.
And listen, don't get me wrong. I think it's lovely. Like, for instance, our guests on the show in the past season
They're
1,
so nice.
Asha and Vanessa. Oh my gosh, they have such a beautiful, cute friendship. They're soul sisters.
You're the pretty one. No, you're the pretty one.
And here, meanwhile, Ms.Glam and Mohazel be like, bitch, I know you didn't come out the house looking raggedy today.
But
don't be coming around me looking like a bum. I know my bestie better go in the house and change because I don't have no raggedy besties.
I will
That's
admit,
her way of making sure I step out the house awesome.
But I will admit, when I do get a compliment from you, it means so much more because I had to earn that shit.
I don't be giving them out to her. I make her earn it. We cut each other in such petty ways, and we get each other. I think that's that northerner in us that we just jab. That's just like saying hello, good morning, I love you. It's just like, what's wrong with you today? Like that's our normal to go to a petty. But when we do have those moments of random, out of the ordinary, hey, by the way, I didn't tell you thank you today for just texting me. You don't even know. It made my day. I was having a bad day, but what you said gave me life. And we mean that.
Yeah.
And then we'll be like, but don't get to your head, okay? Okay? So I love you for that. But anyways, we'll wrap up and we'll go to the next segment. Our favorite segment.
Petty word.
Hey. Petty word of the day. It's where we take a word, shiny, out the dictionary, and we learn it, absorb it, and then we teach it to you out there. And we know that the way you can learn it the best is hearing it in a sentence. But on our show, we do it with a twist. It's a petty sentence. And with that being said, Ms. Glam, you may go first.
My word is dragoon.
Dragon?
Dragoon.
Dragoon.
Yes.
Dragoon.
Yes.
Is that do you know the origin of the word? She said you weren't supposed to ask me that.
No, I did read it. It's 17th century, but I can't remember what.
Oh, okay. 17th century. Okay.
It's a verb. It means to force into submission or compliance. Dragoon.
Dragoon.
I just like the way you say it.
I hear you.
Tech support has been feeling himself lately, so I guess it's time to check him and dragoon him back into his common Frederick status.
Dang. After she gave you love. Womp, 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 womp. He's pouting. He's like, you better give me my check, though. This show ain't getting paid. Okay, so my word, petty flogging. Petty flogging. It's an adjective. And it just straight means petty.
Really?
It does. It means petty.
You just go look up random words that mean petty.
That's my mission. I'm going to find 5. You know how you have a book goal? Don't hold me to it, but I'm going to have a petty goal.
So you can tell people they petty without them knowing that you saying they petty?
Absolutely. So my sentence, the petty flogging podcast we have has truly been a dream fulfilled for me.
Aww.
And I have a new word for petty.
Lord
Love it.
Mercy.
Love it. All right. Well, we want to thank you out there for listening. All 6 of you.
For a whole year.
For a whole year.
We feel the love.
Man, thank you for sticking it out. Tell 6 more. So that way by the year, 20, 30, we might actually have a little group listening to us. We might be able to hold a network meeting or something. But anyways, we thank you for listening, rocking to us. Sometime in 2020, feel free. Don't be scared to comment on a post or chime in on what topic you want, or just keep us encouraged and keep hitting the like button, subscribe, and listening. Thank you. And with that being said, Ms. Glam, do you have anything else left to say?
Until next time.
And we are out.